Hello everyone, Mr. Happy Zap here with a bit of a flooring update. I've started on my bathroom area like I said I was going to, and it's a bit of a process. And basically what I've had to do, and I guess once again depending on your subfloor, but I had to go along once again with that belt sander and sand down the subfloor. And I tell you, that's a dusty proposition, so be ready for that. And then, so I got it as, as smooth as I can, get all the, once again, the paint off. And I got a glob of paint there, but it's all nice and smooth, and it should be all good. And then, of course, vacuum, sweep, vacuum. And then once that was done, of course, I just finished this. I put on that Ardex feather coat stuff. And this one here took about, that area took about, 2 of those buckets, I guess, almost. Well, maybe a whole bucket of that, yeah, because I did, make 2 batches. And that's what got me there. So I'm having to do this in stages and whatnot, and because to do it all at once just won't work out. So the next thing I did, and here, this is already dried. It dried, and they say as little as 15 minutes once again, but for me it's like 24 hours. And then after all that was dry, then I had to take my belt sander, and right now I got 220 grit paper on here. I'm going to get some 120, go a little bit faster, but then you have to go around and sand all that down and make sure, take your hand and make sure it's all nice and smooth, because you need to, believe it or not, you're going to have, no matter how hard you try and trowel it in nicely, there's going to be trowel marks and little heaves there, as you can see. I think you can see trowel marks right there. Right there's a trowel mark, so I have to go along and take that, and once again, that's a dusty proposition. And then again, vacuum, sweep, vacuum, get all the dust up before you start putting down the glue. Now this here glue that I put down, I already have yesterday I put down these underneath these 2 strips. I glued them in place so I had a solid base to work from. So hopefully everything once again runs down the hall all the way into the front entrance and then spreads out from there. So I started up my square here. It looks like it's going to be okay. And then now the glue itself, I guess this stuff's called Henry 640, and it's a let's see here. Whoops. Ooh boy. It's what they call a vinyl lock glue. It's pressure sensitive vinyl flooring adhesive. So I don't know if I have to take a roller on this or not, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to slap it down, step on it, and away I go. But anyway, this here you put it on, and I guess you have to wait until it basically goes clear. Now, depending on your temperature, humidity, all that lovely stuff is going to depend on how fast it goes clear on you. And for me, judging by yesterday, it's going to take a good couple of hours, but they say you probably got a day to work with the stuff. So in here I'm just doing it piece by piece because I have to fit it in, fit it around the toilet. But once I get out into here, I'll be able to, well, actually only be able to do here piece by piece. Because I've got to glue, and because you glue yourself into a corner, right? You don't want to do that. So coming down the hall, so it might take a couple of days to come down the hall. Well, in one day, I guess, because like I said, it takes about 2 hours for it to flash off for me anyway. So it's not this vinyl stuff here is pretty neat stuff, good and thick. It's actually nice and soft when you walk on it. But like I said, I'm gluing majority of my floor down, just so, even though you don't have to. But they say to do a foot around the perimeter, and I can see why, because even though you put this stuff together, you stand on it, and it has a tendency of spreading apart. So, yeah, you have to do the perimeter to hold the stuff into place. So, I thought I'd give you this bit of an update here. Not hard to do, but once again, preparation is a key here, big time. And but once you're prepped, it goes together and it goes down pretty fast. So, of course, in here what I did is I laid everything out, cut everything in, so I got it all laying here, so it's at the flip, and hopefully it all goes together good. And then I'll get back there, everything cut in, and then take it apart once again, and then put the glue down, and then put the floor down. And here, once again, it's a process. I'll have to wait a good day for this to dry. So once I get that back there done, it's once again a process. Then I can screed this all in here to my entranceway into the great room here, and then let that dry for the day, and then sand her down, and then glue, put down floor, and once again it's a process, and then go room by room. So it's not a hard job. It's just very, very time consuming as far as having to wait for stuff. Like, once again, they say 15 minutes, as little as 15 minutes. No, I don't think so. Like I said, that took over a day to dry. But once again, it makes it nice, a nice smooth surface. All your cracks are filled, nail holes and everything. Now, did I have to do it? Because once again, I'm gluing it all down. Would the glue fill in those cracks? Probably. But I think it's just a good step to take, making sure that your glue will stick good, I guess. From what they say, it sticks better than putting it right on the floor. I don't know. I'm just going by what the pros say. And that's about all. So until next time, I'll give you an update when I'm kind of done this part here and all that lovely stuff. Okay, well, yak at you later, and keep it cool too. Bye for now.